So for many years, our main thing was supporting economic development through the advocacy. So making sure the highway was safe for travels, making sure we have the pullouts and the rest stops along the way. And as we continue to grow, and some of those challenges have been completed, we have the starting last year, we really started picking up on the tourism side of things, really promoting what's happening in the east, because there's not a lot that people know about in the east. It's mostly we know about the mountains, we know about Calgary, anything Highway 2 West, we know about. Anything Highway 2 East, no one really knows about.
Welcome to Municipal Affairs. Today we're hitting the road specifically along the Veterans Memorial Highway here in Alberta, a route that's so much more than asphalt and painted lines. This iconic corridor isn't just about getting from A to B, it's about connecting Alberta's past, present, and future. Stretching across the heart of the province, the Veteran Memorial Highway is a lifeline for our economy, a high load corridor that fuels industries and drives progress. It's a road where big dreams travel along big rigs, linking key economic hubs and paving the way for Alberta's growth. But the true magic of this highway lies in the treasures you'll find along the way. Serene lakes that beg for a moment of reflection, quirky roadside attractions that spark curiosity, and ghostly museums where history whispers through the walls. From themed train rides to festivals that light up entire communities, the Veterans Memorial Highway is a journey that promises discovery, excitement, and stories waiting to be told. So buckle up, because today we're hitting out and we're not just talking about the highway, but we're diving into an adventure, a pathway where history, progress, and unforgettable experiences come together. And joining me for this amazing car ride along the highway is Margaret Plumtree of the Veterans Memorial Highway Association. So let's hit the road. Margaret, thank you so much for sitting down with me and talking about this amazing organization, the Veterans Memorial Highway Association. Before we get into the interview, I gotta ask, in your own words, what is the Veterans Memorial Highway Association?
Well, thank you for having me, Chris. The Veterans Memorial Highway Association is a association that looks after Highway 36 and 881 and the southern part of Highway 4. So we represent municipalities from Fort McMurray all the way down to Coutts at the U.S. border. Our job is to provide advocacy, economic development, and tourism opportunities for our members.
And for those who might be tuning in, how did the Veterans Memorial Highway get its name? Do you have that background that I can sort of pry out of you for the second question here? Or has it
Oh,
always
I
been?
know.
Go ahead.
It was a group of municipalities that got it together, and I know it was incorporated in 1999. How they came up with the name, though, that I would have to get back to you on.
No, understandable. So the association is made up of many different communities, like you said, from Coots, and you mean from the smallest municipality to the largest counties to special areas boards, all the way up to Fort McMurray. What does the organization do? Is it just a promotional organization association, or is there things that you do to upkeep the highway as well?
So for many years, our main thing was supporting economic development through the advocacy. So making sure the highway was safe for travels, making sure we have the pullouts and the rest stops along the way. And as we continue to grow, and some of those challenges have been completed, we have the starting last year, we really started picking up on the tourism side of things, really promoting what's happening in the east, because there's not a lot that people know about in the east. It's mostly we know about the mountains, we know about Calgary, anything Highway 2 West, we know about. Anything Highway 2 East, no one really knows about. So when I started as the ED in the spring, I was basically just looking at our community, seeing what they had to offer. And I was just amazed at all the stuff that happened along the highway that I didn't even know about. So that's where we started the initiative, Explore the Eastern Route. We got our website up, and we got our social media pages up, and our next thing is Grow Veterans Memorial Highway, which is our investment page coming soon.
So I want to talk about the tourism initiative that you have launched because as anyone who listens to my show or has listened to cross-border interviews or municipal affairs, you know I believe that tourism is a big economic driver in any municipality. What steps is the association taking to promote those hidden gems, if you would, along the eastern route of the province of Alberta? Because traditionally, as you said, we think of Banff, we think of Jasper, and those are on the west side, and the east side
And they're
does have
amazing.
they are, and they do we do have some amazing attractions on the east side. So, what does the organization and the association do to promote those unique hidden gems on the eastern route?
Definitely. So the main thing was doing an inventory of what actually exists along the highway, and then breaking it down so people who are looking for something to do for their travels, they can take a look on the website and decide based on some of the things they already want to experience, or if they want to try something new. So if you're looking for, say, cultural experiences, you might want to check out Vegreville for their um, Easter egg festival. It's pronounced Pisenica.
Plasanka. Plus, yeah, plus,
Yes, yeah, I just tripped all over that one. Right, authentic food, authentic entertainment. They've got demonstrations, really giving you a glimpse into their culture. Kikino is a Métis settlement. They have ability for you to do hands-on cultural experiences so you can see how they used to live. So really, really awesome stuff. If you're looking for just some sightseeing stuff, we've got Vilna that has the world's largest mushroom. We have what is it? Dinosaur Provincial Park in Brooks. We have Writing on Stone down in the Warner County area. Devil's Coulee Museum. Bruce Stampede, which is Canada's oldest rodeo, running since 1914. And for people who are looking for some outdoor activities, we've got Vikings Bluebird Trail, and of course, Lakeland area. The amount of lakes and camping and outdoor experiences you can see there is just amazing. So our biggest thing is just getting that all put on the website. We still have a little bit more work to do to get that all done, and then we're promoting it through social media and then through interviews like yours. So thank you very much. But getting out there into the media so that people can hear what's available and what opportunities they haven't experienced yet.
Each one of the unique municipalities, First Nations, and Métis settlements along the eastern route, along the Veterans Memorial Highway, have their own unique draw. As an organization, I can imagine it's probably hard to promote one event, one tourist spot over another. So, how does the organization and this new tourism initiative work towards collaboratively understanding that what's good for Wood Buffalo is great for Milk River, what's good for Alliant is good for St. Paul, because everyone wants their own economic dollars, but as the organization you have to promote everyone fairly.
Exactly. And the biggest thing will be our next initiative on the website is doing tours and doing some connecting the dots. So if you're really interested in dinosaurs, we have lots of opportunity to visit museums and outdoor experiences on that. So we're going to be putting those kind of tours together for people. If you're looking for breweries, if you're looking for golf, like golf, we have every community along the highway has golf. So let's get some tournaments going.
One of the unknowns that often forget to ask on these type of interviews is, while I focus more on the municipal side, what role do businesses in these individual communities play in advocating and celebrating these unique tourism draws? Because when someone stops in a community, and trust me, I've done enough of that in my time, and I've only been doing this for a few years now, that I'm going to be spending money at the local museum. I'm going to be spending money at the local restaurant. So where does the business community play a part in advocating for the Eastern Route, but also for the Veterans Highway Association?
Definitely, great question. So, one of the things that we're doing is with our Veterans Memorial Highway Association, we have meetings and we do zone meetings. So, we break up the highway along three different areas. We have north, central, and south. And in those meetings, we'll invite different representatives to those meetings to help us with the path forward, making sure that we're representing the way we need to be representing, but also making sure that they're having their say, their input as well. And then the biggest thing is sometimes businesses don't realize they're in tourism. So this year we're going to be really looking at doing some workshops and getting around to doing a conference as well to help these businesses understand how tourism works and how they can be a part of it all.
Tourism is often thought about as often just a summer event or summer thing you do. You go out on a road trip in the middle of summer. But looking through your website, which will be linked in the show notes, and if you want to visit crossborderinterviews.ca, the links to the Veterans Memorial Highway Association and the Eastern Routes website will be linked there as well, or you can just check below on YouTube or wherever you're getting this episode. Um, it's often thought about as a summer event, but these municipalities run tourist spots throughout the year, and there's always something going on. So while
Definitely.
you're going to be working towards this initiative in 2025, and we're recording this in January of 2025, are you starting to see tourism being a driver for these municipalities at the beginning of the year, even in these off tourist seasons?
Oh, definitely. And especially with some of the experiences that are available during the winter. Like Lac La Biche has an event. I'm sorry, I don't have the date handy. It's at the end of this month or the end of next month. And it's a big winter festival. It's the whole weekend. They do skidooing, they do cars racing on the ice, like they've got axe throwing, food experiences. Like there's just so much to do, and it's good for the whole family, not just for adults, and it's available the whole weekend. So experiences like that, who gets to go on a lake, especially if you're in southern Alberta, right? Our water doesn't stay frozen all winter long, but out there it does. And so they go out on the lake and do a big event, and it's huge. It's amazing. And St. Paul, they've got the snowmobiles as well. They've actually got a group for it, and they take care of the trails, making sure it's safe and usable for everyone.
Tourism is often seen as more of a international or out of province initiative. When you talk to people along the Eastern Route, do you get a sense that people understand the great tourism destinations that we have in our own province? Because again, we talk about Jasper and Banff, and those are great tourist spots. But even in Alberta, from the local perspective, do you get a sense that people know the Eastern Route and actually take a initiative to go out there and drive the Eastern Route and explore some of these hidden gems in Alberta?
I think the last few years, Chris, that people really have been falling for traveling outside of our province and outside of our country. I'm a huge supporter of spending my money where I make it. That doesn't mean that I won't go to the States or I won't go somewhere else, but I really like to know my province and then like to know my country. We're actually planning a trip this summer to go back to Niagara Falls, and I've got some family in Ontario, and we're going to go visit. And I'm myself and my son are the only ones who haven't been to the East Coast yet. So, that's on our to-do list. Yeah, because my daughter and my husband both have, but we haven't. So I think over the years people have been, okay, well, we go to Mexico all the time. That's our getaway. And I get that when you want to get away from winter weather, but our own province has so much. And when we're looking at stuff like what we got going on nationally, right, with Trump and the tariffs and threatening to take over our economy, it's even more important that we protect and preserve what is ours. And one of those ways we do that is by spending dollars in our communities and in our province and in our country. So I think this tourism initiative, it's come at the right time to really get people to embrace and to see what's out there. And, definitely go visit Banff, go visit the Calgary Stampede, Jasper, they need your help. Go visit there. But there's more to the province than the West, and let's support it, right? And through doing that, you'll have some amazing family experiences.
What do you say to people who say to you, and I'm playing a little bit of a devil's advocate with you for a second here, Margaret.
Definitely.
What do you say to people who say, well, it's always going to be there. I can go there whenever I want, but I want to go see Niagara Falls. I want to go see the CN Tower. I want to go down to Disney World or X, Y, and Z. Why should people take, you sort of mentioned it in your last statement, but I want you to dive a little bit deeper. What do you say to people who just say, nah, I live in Alberta. I don't want to play in my own backyard. I want to go somewhere else to go spend my tourism dollars.
Right, and those locations that you mentioned, definitely, go see them. Those are amazing experiences. I've been to Niagara Falls, I think, 4 times. And shout out to Canada. Our side of the Niagara Falls is way better than the States. Anyone who's been there, it's true. So definitely check it out. But at the same time, those are big trips, right? You're taking a plane, or you're driving. We're talking at least a week away. Whereas when you're local, you're talking about just going away for a weekend. Maybe Friday after work, you drive out there, get your hotel, and Saturday you do the experiences, and either you head home that day or you stay for Sunday breakfast at the hotel or one of those local unique restaurants, and then you head back and you've got all those memories, but it hardly cost you anything because it was just a weekend and you could drive to it.
Understandable. So for those people who are thinking about doing a day trip to one part of the eastern route to the Veterans Memorial Highway tourism destinations, and I'm going to ask you a little bit of a Sophie's Choice question here, but where would you say
Ah,
is the best spot to start your tour, your day trips, your one stop and then go home? Where would that be for you? And then I
how
know
about
you go ahead.
how about this? Wherever you're located, pick the highway that goes to the east and drive it and see where you end up. It can be as simple as that. But otherwise, yeah, like there's festivals that happen all year long. So if there's something that you're really interested in, great time to check it out. Many people know about Tabor's Corn Fest at the end of August, right? So if that's your jam, end of August, there you go check it out. If hunting's your thing, there's the pheasant festival in the MD at Tabor, right? If you're looking for outdoor experiences, summer, winter doesn't matter. Northern part has so much to experience. So I honestly can't choose just one. But just drive east.
It is a remarkable part of the province that is untapped in resources for tourism, and that's just my own personal opinion there. Looking on the flip side, because you do have a website with community festivals, with those hidden gems, with some ghost sort of museums that people can
Oh,
go
ghost towns,
explore,
yes.
ghost towns that people can explore. How do people get on the website? Is it only open for municipalities to submit their events, to submit their community organizations, to submit their festivals? Because not every festival in every municipality is run by the municipality. So how do
Exactly.
organizations get on the website?
So our main focus is east of Highway 2. So anything along there, that's who we're representing. We are municipality based for membership. That being said, if your municipality is not a member, one, get them to reach out to me and learn more about it. But if it's not right for them at this time, then businesses can pay for a membership, and we'll promote you, because it's all about supporting Eastern Alberta. So we want to make it as easy as possible for people to be able to promote themselves.
And where can they find that? I'm assuming your contact information is
Oh,
on both
yeah, it's
websites.
all on the website. Yeah, so explorevmh.ca.
Awesome. I want to go back to the Veterans Memorial Highway Association for a second, because looking through the website of the association, you get a sense that tourism is not just one part of the association, but it's also the economic driver for most communities along that corridor between Coots and all the way up to Fort McMurray. And for those who are listening, the highway just doesn't stop. It continues on to Alaska and goes all the way down to Mexico. So it is a large highway. What is the benefit to Alberta of the highway in terms of the economic drivers that it does bring to our province?
Oh, yes. No, it's huge. We are a high load corridor. So that means a lot of big trucks do drive up and down that highway. Um, so we're getting oil from northern Alberta, bringing that all the way down to Mexico. All our goods, manufacturing, all that goes up and down that highway. And then, like I said, with Trump getting in, and probably our dollar going down a bit, it's going to be even more advantageous for Americans to come travel in Alberta, so they can come up the highway and come directly into Alberta and check out all that we have to offer. We do have a new website that's being built right now. I'm working on it daily, and it's going to be called Grow VMH, and it's going to have all the municipalities that are members of ours highlighted on there, with stats and opportunities for investment for businesses, and information for entrepreneurs who are thinking of starting a business. Yeah, like we're right for the picking right now. There's lots of opportunities, and we just got to get the word out.
And the organization just doesn't work with municipalities, but it also works with the REITs in in the area as well.
Definitely.
And that is from South Grow all the way up to Wood Buffalo. And I was trying to pull it up while you were talking there so I can get all the names, but I can't
Yeah,
come.
Southborough, Palliser Economic Partnership, Braid, Alberta Hub. Yeah, we work with all of them because that's what they were originally developed for, was to do the economic development. And all we're doing is picking a little piece of that and making sure that information is getting out there and supporting their initiatives that they do to help Eastern Alberta grow.
Do you get a sense that the communities are working together to promote this organization and to promote the tourism destinations? Because uh, talk is one thing, but action is another. As the executive
Right.
director, you get to see the action that take place at meetings and through those three regional meetings. Do you get a sense that people are willing to work together to promote the eastern part of Alberta?
I do. I think everyone's just tired of being missed, of not being talked about when there's so much opportunity. And you'll see when my growvmh.ca website is available, all the major projects that are happening, a lot of school development happening, as well as renewable energy like solar and wind is huge along the highway. So yeah, no, everyone's been good, ready to go. Having conversation with new members. We've already got a couple new members because um, we support anyone in the east. So we're not just closed to just our highway. We're open to all of it. And with special areas, we cover special areas 2, 3, and 4, which brings us right to the Saskatchewan border. So tons of opportunity.
So for the membership, like, are you talking any, you say it's open to any community? Are you saying from the smallest village all the way up to the largest MD or
Definitely,
county or special areas board, as long as they are
definitely.
east of that Highway 2 line?
Exactly. Like we've got Vegreville, who's been a member for a long time, and they're just to the west of Highway 36. Um, and just such an opportunity to have them because they have so much going on in their community, from events to economic development. And then we've got to the east of Highway 36, we've got St. Paul and St. Bell County. Those are two members that have been with us again for a very long time, and they've got some pretty amazing development going on there. And of course, St. Paul with their UFO landing pad, definitely set up perfect for tourism with the museum right next door to the landing pad. So yeah, so we're already been doing it, so we don't see why we wouldn't grow more.
Well, I can imagine. I'm looking forward to this summer because I'm gonna make a pledge on this show right here, right now, and everyone's listening to this or watching this right now is gonna hear it, and I'm gonna hopefully have you back on in December. But this summer, 2025, I'm gonna take my car and drive from Milk River, follow the complete Veterans Memorial Highway from Milk River all the way up to
Coots,
Fort Coots. Sorry, Coots. Yes,
Coots, yes,
I apologize, Coots, Village of Coots, from Coots all the way
right.
up to the regional municipality of Wood Buffalo, and I'm going to visit every community along the stop. So, if you have a spot and you want your municipality wants to sort of get it promoted on this show, but also on the website, reach out to Margaret because I think this is a fantastic initiative. I think it's a high time that municipalities do this. But where does the organization see the future of tourism along the Eastern Route and the economic corridor that is the Veterans Memorial Highway?
Um, well, with so much opportunity, we're just going to keep growing and growing. Um,
Are you
it's
up
going
for a
to take.
travel with me up the Veterans Memorial Highway for some
Oh,
parts?
most certainly, Chris. I was going to say, let me know where you're heading to, and I'll meet you along the way. Um, Yeah, we even did. My husband and I. We went up for a meeting in Lac La Biche, and we got our meeting was at the end of October, so we couldn't camp in one of the teepees. So that's what I'm looking to do. Yes, that's what I'm looking to do this summer. I definitely want to do that. But we did get a cabin, and it was fantastic. It was a little cold because it was the end of October, but we had the view of the lake right there out the back of our cabin, and fire pit. They had it all set up just beautifully. So yeah, let me know when you're going, and we'll get some shots together, and we'll enjoy some of the festivities along the way.
Do you think 2025 is going to be a big year for tourism along the Eastern Route with this initiative now being
Definitely.
launched?
Yeah, no, definitely. There was no real tourism that happened before in the east, and we do have the Go East of Edmonton initiative that's up north, but for central and south, there isn't really anything going on. So with us promoting and getting the information out to people, we're definitely going to see a lot more tourism happening along the way, and we've already started seeing it with the little bit that we did get accomplished this summer. Definitely tourism has picked up a lot, and with the dollar down, we're going to get a lot of people from the States coming up. So it's going to be huge. And yeah, we're going to be out there marketing, promoting, and making sure people know Eastern Alberta is a place to visit.
It certainly is.
And it'll be
Before
a place to find Chris.
That's true. Because
Right?
as I've mentioned a few times on social media and through this show, I have made a pledge to visit all 344 municipalities in the province of Alberta
Uh-huh.
in 2025. So this is the perfect way to mark off a lot of those municipalities along the eastern route. So that
Right.
is my pledge. Go ahead.
Oh, and my goodness, Chris, like we met for the first time at the Alberta Municipalities Convention. I was at the trade show and we met outdoors, and we're both very outgoing people. So we started chatting right away. And you told me that's what your plan was. And I follow you on LinkedIn, and my goodness, you're doing a great job sticking to that vow.
Well, thank you. Before I let you go, because I'm cautious of time here and I know you are busy, what would you like people to know who are listening to this about the Veterans Memorial Highway Association and the Eastern Route Tourism Initiative that we have not talked about today that you hope people take away or get from this conversation?
Well, one of the things we haven't talked about yet is the fact that Veterans Memorial Highway Association, we are also about veterans and honoring veterans. So we support the local legions all along our highway in our members' communities. And we ask you to do the same. And on our tourism website, you will see that we have the legions posted there, and any events that we know that they're having are posted there as well. So please check out your local legion and do support. It's tough times for everyone. It's been very tough for the legions. They're open to everyone. You don't have to be a member to start going, and a lot of them have so many great community events going on. So please check out your local legion and give them some love.
It was a legion in Alberta that taught me how to play euchre in eastern Alberta to boot.
No way.
So that tells you that, and I was not a member at the time. I did donate to the Legion because I think it is a worthwhile cause, and I think that we need to continue the memory of our veterans who have sacrificed so much for our country and our communities. So if you do have a Legion in your community, support them as much as you possibly can. But I think that is probably one of the best things that you could have said that I wish I should have mentioned at the top of the interview, but I didn't. So I do apologize. Um, thank you so much for this, Margaret. This has
Oh,
been
thank you so much, Chris. It's
fantastic.
it's great seeing you again. Yes.
Yes, it
And I look
is.
forward to seeing you this summer all along the Veterans Memorial Highway.
That's true. As we said, the links to the websites for the Eastern Route Initiative, but also the Veterans Memorial Highway will be in the show notes, or visit crossborderinterviews.ca and you can click on the links there. The link to the new website, once it is up and running, will be
Yeah,
posted on our social media feed. So head over to our social media feeds and check those out. Thank you so much, Margaret, for doing this. And as you said, look forward to seeing you out on the open Eastern Route Road.
definitely. Take care. Bye for now.
Thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of Municipal Affairs. We hope you've enjoyed today's conversation and gained some valuable tourism insights for 2025. To stay in the loop with all of our latest episodes, don't forget to subscribe to our show on your favorite streaming platforms and follow us on social media. For even more content and learn more about the stories and the people we feature on this show, visit us online at crossborderinterviews.ca. Your support means the world to us, so share this episode with your friends, your family, or even your community and help us to continue the conversation. So until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll see you next time here on Municipal Affairs. Till then, everyone.